And now, time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher, and India advocate in this week.
Welcome and namaskar, and once again it's that time of the week when we talk with us, that is Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh, right in our ITV Gold studio. Namaskar, Dr. Parikh.
Namaskar everyone.
So Dr. Parikh, let's start with these Trump's tariff, diplomacy, 25% tariff for Canada and Mexico, and then 10% for China. And it looks like Canada and Mexico, they brought in a month. So tell me, in general, if tariff goes into effect, will it be bad for our economy? And what's your view on these happenings and long-term effects?
Right. I mean, it's a bad for economy means for short term there will be more inflation because everybody has to raise their price in order to, when they pay the tariff, they have to recover the tariff, right? So that way it's bad, but eventually it kind of balance it out because see right now what USA wants to do is to Canada to stop the sending the fentanyl here, which is very dangerous drug, and a lot of people get addicted and they die and all those things. And the same thing with the Mexico, and they want Mexico to make sure that they put their military or police to stop the unnecessary migration from the southern border. So to achieve all those things, he started this kind of play in a sense. And of course, there is always imbalance of the trade with every country. So in order to make it more fair, I think if they don't do it themselves, then they have to put the tariff on it.
All right. And ICE rates, they're picking up speed.
Right.
And so tell me, which is definitely a good move to clean up the illegal immigrants and making all of us much safer here. So do you think, has it created a human tragedy?
Yes, it is. It is because I heard a couple of very horrible stories that the parents get round up and they put them in the custody for a few days, and children are scared to death, and they don't go to the school. Even parents don't come to the doctor's office or any mall or anything because they are worried about that somebody will stop them, and there's a problem. So I think it's kind of human tragedy in a sense, but in long run, I think every government has to make sure that there should not be illegal immigration in any country. I mean, here or even in India, any immigration from the Bangladesh or Pakistan or Sri Lanka or Nepal, if it is illegal, they should be stopped. And all immigration has to have background check.
Right. So okay, let's talk about Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi. He is set to visit US. I think it's on February 13th. After the Paris AI conference, and he will be meeting President Trump. So what do you think will be the main agenda?
I think main agenda is the trade, US-India trade.
Okay.
Because I think between India and USA, there is an imbalance of the trade. We are exporting all the technical thing and know-how and all the latest state-of-the-art technical thing. And from India, we get so many other things. But I think there is some kind of big, US and India has not big trade between them. It's almost like a 2 billion only or something like that. So it's very small trade, but still USA wants to make sure that it's fair, and also I think USA wants to make sure that if they help India in this trade and don't put the tariff, then India should not side with the Russia in future. That's what it is. I think these are the issues they want to discuss between them.
All right. And so let's talk about the Indian, finance minister, that is Nirmala Sitharaman. She presented the annual budget, which had many provisions for middle class people, businesses, and political agenda for like elections in Delhi and Bihar. So I want to know your views on the budget.
I think budget is overall it's a good budget. It's good for middle class because they remove the income tax of anyone who earns up to 12 lakhs rupees per year, and I think that quite a bit a large chunk of the middle class, and so I think that's good for middle class. But of course, middle class, if they earn any investment income, then they are not tax free,
Right.
like stock market or real estate or anything else. So, but I think it's a good for middle class. I think budget has a lot of good sign, and it's a kind of mainly the pro kind of is a popular budget for the upcoming elections. So I think it's a good budget overall, and looking at the economy of the India and so forth,
So, India's GDP growth rate is like projected at 6.4%, which is like relatively very low and not what it takes to become the world's like third largest economy. So tell me like what's missing?
Missing is manufacturing. So India, unfortunately, there is no manufacturing. 99% of the manufacturing is done by China, or from the Europe or from American companies. Nothing is, and even India itself has not enough manufacturing. And without manufacturing, you cannot keep your economy float. Plus, India has high tech and service industries more than manufacturing. So, I think India should give the priority to the manufacturing for next coming years, and that will create more job. People will be more employed, and plus your GDP will be back to 8% or plus. So right now it is not, and that shows on the devaluation of the rupees. In spite of the Reserve Bank effort to buy the rupees back, still it's dropping. And
Right.
in last 2 years it dropped almost 30%. So that is not good sign.
So I have a question right here. It is from Sam. Sam is saying that with no income tax up to rupees 12 lakhs, BJP is targeting middle class voters, and its leaders, including Modi and Amit Shah, are canvassing round the clock. So how do you see this three-way contest shaping up?
Well, in Delhi,
Yes.
I think in Delhi, what I read political surveys and reviews and political analysis, I think Aap Aadmi will have
Aam Aadmi.
government, yes.
Okay.
And if not 100% majority, then Congress, they will get support of the Congress, because this time, after Rahul Gandhi's couple of visit to Delhi, all these pundits are saying that Congress last time Congress did not get any seat, this time they may get between 10 and 15 seats. And if they get 10 and 15, and Kejriwal is not going to get 62, just like last time, they are predicting that he may get about up to 35, 36 seats. So the majority is 36, magic number. So if they get support from their ally from the India Gathbandhan, then they will form the government.
All right. So let's talk about the Mahakumbh right now, which is, of course, a lifetime opportunity after like 144 years, where it's projected to cross 400 million visitors. And one incident of stampede was there. So overall, how would you rate this like largest assembly of humans ever and preparation of
No, I
Modi
think
government?
it was an excellent organization, excellent thing. But I think what they should have not done, and it was told the person who has developed this whole blueprint of the Kumbh Mela like gathering, that you never let VIP go into this kind of gathering, or do not make any VIP arrangement for anybody.
Right.
So I think that missed it, and that's why this stampede happened. And now stampede, we don't know. I mean, government says only 40 people died, or 100, 200 in the hospital, but looks like
It's
more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then tomorrow Prime Minister is going there, so I don't think it's a good idea or bad idea. But again, there will be, hopefully there's a good arrangement, so there should not be stampede, because there's a crores of people are there, millions of people are there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then and lot of people, they sleep on the street, on the beach. So this would happen in stampede. The people were sleeping and people came, stampede came and they got crushed, or
Right.
And I mean, the opposition party is saying that there is plenty of dead body was kind of thrown into the Ganga that day. So we don't know what's the true story, but it has to be more than that, because when 1 crore people are stampeding, Yeah.
So tell me, as we were talking earlier, that rupee like plunges below 87, against the dollar. So how does that impact Indian economy?
It does income, because all the import from any country to India, it becomes very expensive. Or any trade with any country will be very expensive. Plus, I mean, if it gets expensive, then the people in India has to pay more. Just like is an indirect way of tariff.
Right.
It's one kind of a tariff, that you are paying, because your dollar and rupee is a big wide thing. And I think I heard one of the Indian economists his name is Arun Kumar. He was saying that he will not be surprised, it will be 100 rupees per dollar in no time.
Wow.
So that is not good news.
That's not good, yes.
Because then everything you import from the outside, and we are importing a lot of things from outside, including technical thing, a lot of defense thing, a lot of know-how, all can get very expensive.
All right, so let's move on to our rapid fire round, and you know the rules, yes or no, and that's it. My first question here is, where in India will the first US military plan with illegal aliens land?
Where it will land?
Yes, in India. ICE has taken illegal immigrants there. So where is it going to land first?
No, I think Indian government has very clearly said that we are welcoming all our citizens back home. And I'm sure it will land either in Delhi or Bombay.
Okay.
I don't know, unless you have different information.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, Tapasya from California is saying your predictions on which party will win Delhi Assembly.
I think Aam Aadmi Party.
Aam Aadmi Party? Oh, all right. Samir from Pennsylvania is asking, is Elon Musk reach as an unelected person over government secrets and confidentiality and overreach as complained by many? Yes or no?
Yes, I think it's controversial, and I think somebody has to stop that now.
Okay. Tarang from Baltimore wants to know, China has started to hit back on tariffs. Will we reach a deal with them soon? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So that's for the rapid fire. And before you give out this week's message, I want to remind our viewers that you can follow Dr. Sudhir Parikh on Facebook at Dr. Parikh. And you can also follow him on Twitter. The handle is SUDPARIKH. Please go ahead.
Well, dear friends, it's kind of going so many things which is we may or may not like it. A lot of rounding up of our own brothers and sisters, because as we all know that there are about 700,000 our Indian Americans has no document or not proper documents. So I would suggest, or I would advise, even people who has a correct document should carry some kind of proof when they go out, because government can or authority can stop anybody who looks alike So I would suggest everybody, if you're a citizen, carry the copy of the passport in your iPhone, or carry of the copy of the green card, or if you are on H-1B visa, carry some kind of proof that you are legally here, and that saves a lot of headaches if somebody stops you on the street. So please be careful and be vigilant, and again, but anyway, nothing to afraid if you are legal, and enjoy your enjoy your life as normal. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.